I ran the Urme Ultra Marathon in Romania, 54 kilometers, 3,200 meters of climbing with my dog. And before this race even started, I genuinely didn't know if it was a good idea. The race starts in Rasinari, near Sibiu, deep in the Romanian countryside. Romania is the country where I was born, but for a lot of people outside Eastern Europe, Romania is still a bit of a mystery. Maybe Dracula, maybe the communist era under Ceausescu, or just outdated ideas about what Romania still is. But Romania is much more than that. It's welcoming people, beautiful landscapes, traditional food, and the culture that still feels deeply connected to nature. In the mountains, you still see shepherds, remote villages, and forests that seem to go on forever. And then there's the wild side. Romania has the largest population of brown bears in Europe outside Russia, with estimates between 10 and 13,000 bears. Out here, the forest can feel empty, but you're never really alone. And that changes how you think about a race like this, because this wasn't just about distance, it was about responsibility, not just for me, but for Brownie. Before the race, I even asked our vet for approval, because if there was any sign this wasn't safe for him, he wasn't starting. I've started a lot of races before, but I've never felt emotion like this at the start line, because this was different. I wasn't starting this race with another runner, I was starting it with my best friend. Brownie is the reason I started running in the first place, and in a lot of ways, he completely changed my life. So this race was my way of thanking him. Not with words, but by sharing something I love most with him.
3, 2, 1, start! Proba de ultramaraton! Urme pe Climb 2026! The best race of my life, because I'm doing it with Brownie. Come on. I traveled 2,000 kilometers for this race. Come on. I'm enjoying every minute of it. $5K and almost 400 meters of elevation gain. We are now climbing. Brownie is starting to settle down next to me. At the beginning he was very excited and he was running a lot in front and back, seeing a lot of people. He's not used to it. It's his first race. Hey? Come on.
As soon as the race started, Brownie was completely locked in. Excited, focused, running back and forth between me and the other runners. Honestly, he looked like he was having the time of his life. Meanwhile, I was trying to keep things under control. No racing, no pushing the pace. The goal was simple. Never let him go too deep too early.
$7K, and I think in 1 kilometer we will reach the first aid station. So far 600 meters of elevation gain.
At around 8K, we reached the first aid station. We stopped to rehydrate and refill our water. I was also carrying extra water for Brownie, because some of the middle sections of the course were more exposed and remote. And somewhere in those first kilometers, I stopped worrying and started enjoying the moment. The race is called Urme pe Plai. It's a play on the Romanian word plai, an old folklore word that's difficult to translate directly into English. It describes rolling hills, mountain pastures, and the deep connection between people and the land. And Urme means footprints. So in a way, the race is about leaving your footprints on these mountains. For me, that made this race feel even more special, because I wasn't just running through Romania, I was leaving footprints on the land where I was born, together with a dog that changed my life.
Oh my god, I'm having the time of my life. Today is not about pace, it's not about the place I finish in. Today is just about having an adventure with Brownie and sharing this race with him, because after all he's the reason that I'm doing this sport, and he's the reason I run all the races that I do. This race is a thank you to Brownie, and so far I see that he's enjoying it as much as I do. And he's the star of the race. Everybody loves him. He's a very good boy. passed the second aid station, drank some water. Brownie also. There was a dog there. He wouldn't leave Brownie alone. So now we are moving forward. 15k, 1173 meters of elevation gain. Come on, let's run a little bit. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I found myself between two groups of runners. So I have a group ahead of me that I cannot see, and one behind me that I cannot see. So I'm all alone. Either I accelerate to catch up with the group ahead, or I slow down to see if the others will catch up. I attached Brownie because I'm going to be honest, I'm afraid of bears because I'm all alone here and I keep hearing things in the forest, and Brownie keeps looking around. I don't know if he smells something, but it's still fun.
At around 22 kilometers, we stopped to refill our water, and Brownie got some treats before the biggest climb of the race, the Prejba Climb, 900 meters of elevation gain.
We are now climbing, I think, 900 meters of elevation gain and 6 kilometers in length. But so far it's manageable because it's just a forest road. So it's okay. It's not very steep for the moment, but we will see. We are at 22 kilometers and 1544 meters of elevation gain and 3 hours 26. He's having the time of his life, and me too. You know, you always remember your first. Urme pe plai, thank you for being our first.
As the race went on, Brownie became more alert to the surroundings. Every now and then he'd stop, look into the forest, listen, and honestly, that made me a little nervous. We were completely alone, just an empty mountain road, surrounded by forest. And in Romania, you know a bear can appear at any moment.
What a view! These mountains are not the French Alps, but I have to say that Romania doesn't have anything to be ashamed about. What a great day to be out on the trails in the forest and with my best friend. Come on. So 25k, 2000 meters of elevation gain, and Brownie wants to play. Almost halfway. I think we will reach the top up there. Come on. We reached the top. Now, downhill. Come on. Whoa. Da. Stai să mă ridic, lasă-mă. Au. Past the aid station at 30k, filled one soft flask with water, and the kind volunteers put some water in a bowl for Brownie. Until now I gave him from my soft flask to drink.
stations, the volunteers were incredibly welcoming, and honestly, that really describes Romanian people. Warm, generous, always ready to help. They immediately showed Brownie so much love, giving him attention, extra water, making sure he was ready for the climb. Seeing people care so much about Brownie meant a lot to me.
This is our last big climb. We are in a beautiful forest, but it's really hot now. I had a soft flask with water and I poured a little water on Brownie's back so he can cool down a little bit also. He's hot. 36.5 k, 6 hours and 17 minutes. The cutoff time for this race is 10 hours. We still have time to finish. Brownie needs to chill and take it easy, because until now, at the beginning, he was very excited seeing all the people. He was running back and forth, so I had to keep him on a leash sometimes so he wouldn't trip the other runners. He was the star of the race. Everybody was really nice. All the volunteers were really nice with him and they gave him water. Come, let's go. It's easy for you. You have 4 legs and you're much fitter.
Just before the aid station, at 40k, we came across a flock of sheep guarded by shepherd dogs. I immediately called Brownie next to me and put him on the leash. Then we slowed down and quietly walked past. Seeing those big dogs up close definitely made me nervous. But out here, this is their territory. And in situations like this, the most important thing is to stay calm and show you're not a threat.
Past the aid station at 41 kilometers. I filled my softness with water, gave Brownie also a drink, and I gave him some Slanina. Slanina, it's a kind of Romanian lard. He really enjoyed it.
One thing I love about trail running. You can start the race alone and a few hours later find yourself sharing the mountains with someone you'd never met before. At around 40 km mark, I met Vasile, a young runner from Cluj. Somewhere along the trail, we naturally fell into the same pace. A few kilometers later, we were joined by Vlad, and without really planning it, we became a small group moving through the mountains together. From that point on, we stayed together until the finish.
Nine more K to go and it's almost all down here. So let's go. 3 kilometers to the finish line. I can see the village there, and Brownie is officially an ultra marathon dog.
After hours in the mountains, getting back to Rasinari felt emotional. Not because of the distance, but because we actually made it. Together.
Rasinari, Urme pe plai. I will never forget you. Thank you.
I was incredibly grateful we finished the race safely, and somehow Brownie still looked full of energy, jumping around, giving me kisses like we'd only started running. When I received the finisher medal, I gave it to him, because honestly, he deserved it more than me. Brownie is officially an ultra-marathon dog now. And looking back, this race meant far more to me than a finish time. So before ending this video, I just want to say thank you to the volunteers for being so kind and welcoming to us, to the organizers for allowing Brownie to be part of this adventure, to Vasile and Vlad for sharing the mountains with us, and of course, thank you to my wife for always supporting these crazy adventures. But most of all, thank you Brownie for changing my life for the better. These were more than just footprints on the mountains. They were memories I'll carry with me forever.